Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's official prices. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so we got this week's official prices straight from Games Workshop. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So we know there's an upcoming price increase in June. So realistically, this is going to be the first stuff coming out that will reflect that price increase already priced in. So this should give us a pretty good idea of what Games Workshop has in mind. So getting started here, we have the Hounds of Chaos Book 6 from the Dawnbringer Crusade. And this is going to be priced at $52 USD or $63 Canadian. So that is reflecting a 4% price increase. And Games Workshop had specifically said somewhere between 3 and 5%. So that is a 4% right in the middle. And that'll give us an idea what we can roughly expect on books. So if they were previously priced at $50 and they went to 52, that's 4%. So things like codexes that are priced at 60 are probably going to be going to like 63 roughly. And then we also have the special edition book, and those have been priced at $90. This is direct from Games Workshop, so we won't know until the day, but they had been priced at 90. So I would expect they're going to be like roughly 94 USD for the Dawnbringer Hounds of Chaos limited edition, but that is just a guess. All right, and then we have Abraxia's Varanspear, the new Dawnbringer box set for Slaves to Darkness. And this is going to be priced at $160 or $190 Canadian. So we know the Vanguard are currently $110. So they're probably going to be going up to $115. So at $150, you're basically paying an extra $35 for Abraxia. And she's probably going to be priced somewhere around 70 or 75 bucks on her own, just because she's a big chunky model. So you're saving about 40 bucks picking up this box set if you already wanted some Vanguard as well. So 160 USD or 190 Canadian for Abraxia's Varanspear. Alright, and next we have Brand's Oathbound. So these packages are a bunch of characters. They've been on the pricey side to begin with, but this just seems ridiculous to me. So Brand's Oathbound has one mounted rider and then 4 other characters, priced at $79 USD or $94.50 Canadian. Now maybe this has a big following because of the show, but this just seems insane to me. We saw not too long ago the Stormcast Eternals pack, and that was 65 bucks. So this feels like it went up by like $14 relative. And that was like Talus and Cole's set. So $79 or $94.50 Canadian just feels to me like unless there's something I'm missing here, this is way overpriced and going to sell horribly. Maybe it's going to come out with some broken rules, but those rules are going to change almost immediately with the new setup for Age of Sigmar and like the new edition. So I would not jump on this unless you absolutely love the models. Maybe you think this is a good deal, or it has some kind of broken rules that you want to exploit for a short period of time before the new edition, because this just seems way overpriced. And if this gives us an idea what we can expect going forward from Games Workshop, these cool little like hero packs are just not going to sell well in my opinion. Cool models, but way too expensive. Alright, and then we have the Darkoath Gunnar brand novel, and this is the hardback version. And this is coming out at $30 USD or $35 Canadian. Alright, and then we have the Darkoath Chieftain on Warsteed. So he's going to be $52 USD or $63 Canadian. So most mounted heroes have been $45 and he's basically at $52. So you could argue Games Workshop was planning on pricing him at $50 and he went up 4%. So he went to the $52. But again, it feels like they snuck in an extra $5 and then added in their 4% price increase. Because he should be priced at 45 bucks in my opinion. So with the $2 extra should be like 47. But at 52 for a single mounted character, it's just definitely getting ridiculous. It's a super cool model. It's awesome. He came in the box set. This just shows you even more how awesome of a deal that box set is, because it kind of snuck in before the price increases. But 52 USD or 63 Canadian seems way too expensive. I think Games Workshop is getting out of control with these prices. Alright, and then next we have the Darkoath Wilderfiend. So this is direct only from Games Workshop, which means you're not going to be able to get as good of a discount because you're going to have to order it direct. $60 USD or $70 Canadian. I was expecting him to be a little on the pricey side, closer to like the price of a Demon Prince. I'm not sure why they're doing direct only on this model. It is super cool, but again, that box set is just seeming like even more of a juicy deal and still available all over the place. So I would definitely snatch those up if any of these items are appealing to you before that price increase kicks in and before the individual pricing increase kicks in. All right, and then we have the Darkoath Marauders, 10 in a box. So I was expecting these to be priced at 55 bucks. They are priced at 58 with the price increase, so basically going up by $3 or 67.50 Canadian. And again, you get 2 sets of these in the box set. So just with these new prices alone, that's $116 in Marauders in that box set. So again, that thing is just looking juicier than ever. If you've waited to pick one up or you want one more before the price increases go into effect, I would definitely go that route. $58, 10 models. It definitely feels like Games Workshop is going too far with these price increases. The game was already expensive, and I think now it's going to seem unrealistic. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now back to the video. All right, and then next we have the Darkoath Fellriders. So these are $62.50 or $75 Canadian. I was expecting 5 mounted models to be priced at 60 bucks. So it went up by like $2.50. So again, right around that 4% price increase. And again, these are included in that box set. All right, and then we have the new terrain piece, the Nexus Chaotica, priced at $60 USD or $70 Canadian. It is pretty cool, but it's tough to tell without like something for a size comparison just how big this is. And then we have Sekhar, the Fang of Nulahmia, for the first time individually for sale, $44 USD or $55 Canadian. Very cool model. Interesting choice on the pricing because this feels like it went up by more than 5%. Because previously Games Workshop probably would have priced it at like $35, maybe $40. So if it's going up to $44, it feels like more of a 10% price increase on this. And then we have Krethusa the Croneseer, priced at $60 USD or $70 Canadian. So first time being offered on her own. Again, feels like more of a price increase because I wouldn't have necessarily seen her priced at 55 to go up to 60. Would have been almost a 10% price increase. So Games Workshop theoretically was planning on pricing her at like 57. Again, it feels like they stealthed in a couple extra dollars on a lot of these models and then moved them up as well. All right, so then we have the new made to order stuff. This is going to be direct only, so we won't actually know the prices on this stuff until that goes live on Saturday, direct from Games Workshop. So we'll talk about that on the reveal video. But again, I'm expecting these price increases to be reflected by substantially more than 4%. Because anything that wasn't already locked in at a pretty specific price, it definitely feels like Games Workshop is pushing at more of like a 10% price increase. All right, and then for Blood Bowl, we have Jordell Freshbreeze, the new War Dancer character for the Wood Elves, $38 USD or $47. This is a Forge World model, probably would have been priced at $35. So again, going up to 38 definitely reflects a lot more with a $3 increase closer to like 8 or 10%. So again, this is exactly what I'm afraid of. Games Workshop tells us like 3 to 5% and then pushes it at closer to like 8% on a lot of the stuff. All right, and then we have Lord of the Rings, Quest to Mount Doom, the new strategy battle game, $80 USD or $100 Canadian. So some cool stuff coming out this week, but definitely the first time we're going to get to see what Games Workshop has planned with the price increases. And it's exactly like they've done in the past where they basically say 3 to 5%. And then essentially as they're releasing all the new stuff, they're tacking on that 3 to 5%. And then they're tacking on another like 3 to 5% because those items aren't already locked in at a specific price. So they can actually take advantage of the price increase plus a little bit of a stealth price increase as well. So while a couple bucks here and there on this stuff isn't that big of a deal, I think when you start getting up into like these crazy prices, it starts just feeling like there's no reason for people to jump into the game. And I think it's really going to hurt new players that might be interested, see the price tag, and then choose alternatives. Whether it's 3D printing or just alternative games altogether, Games Workshop is definitely feeling out of reach for a lot of people. And a lot of the existing players, I think, will be hesitant to buy new models, hesitant to pay this extra price increase. And at this point in time, I can officially say I know a lot of people have reached the wall. And I think, especially if we see a slowdown in the economy or people getting a little tighter around the wallet with inflation other places, that Games Workshop may have gone a little too far on this one. I think of everything, though, this just seems the most egregious to me. $65 for these little hero packs with 5 models was cool because they're really nice sculpts. They're useful for not only Sigmar, but games like D&D, or they're super fun to paint. But I think it's going to be really hard for people to justify spending $79 on this little pack right here or something similar. So like I said, unless I'm missing something and this set has a huge following, I think this is going to be the first of these big hero character packs, Regiment of Renown sets, that's going to really reflect sales poorly based on these increases in price. I cannot picture myself paying 79 bucks for these, no matter how cool they look. And the fact that it's 5 cool characters is great and everything. Some of these models are absolutely awesome. But Games Workshop pushing up profits, pushing up margins, pushing up prices again, has just reached the point where some of this stuff is ridiculous. So you guys let me know down below what you think. I may still pick up one of Abraxia's Varanspears. It's really cool. I like the new model. But I can officially say that a couple bucks isn't going to make a difference here and there. But my overall purchases from Games Workshop are definitely going to be decreasing. I'm going to focus more on my pile of shame and stop making purchases that aren't going to be prioritized by either painting or specifically for armies I'm going to play. I'm going to be a little less nonchalant about random stuff that's going to end up in my pile of shame. So let me know what your opinions are on the price increases. The 4% basically it looks like is going to be pretty much across the board. But I think from here on out, when Games Workshop releases new stuff, we're going to see that reflected at closer to 8 or 10% like we've seen in the past. But I do like to hear your guys' feedback. Let me know down in the comment section. I always read all the comments. Even if I don't comment back, I have definitely read it. And as always, special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the channel. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on Games Workshop products. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man. And Games Workshop has definitely gone too far. And I'm disappointed with their greed. And I'm out of here.